I've never seen. Oh,
Ooh,
this is Mike, the dungeon
Mike.
master. This is the
I've
Othelm Sigardian Outcast.
I thought about making him as a commander just alone,
Hmm.
just because I think Safi is like one of my favorite cards of all time. That's
Oh
probably
yeah,
like on my top 5 list of favorite cards.
Safi
Uh,
run,
Run.
run.
That's so funny you say that. There was a guy on this Facebook group that I'm a part of, and he did a picture of him and his like little daughter. She was probably like 4 or 5, like around there, and she was like trying to play Magic across the table. Like she had a deck. She kind of looked like looking at her hand, like like you know what I mean.
Yeah,
And I was like, this is awesome. I was like, that's super cool. I'm like, teach him young, get so you can have someone to play with all the time.
yeah,
And someone below him's like, do you guys ever do cosplay? And I'm like, you should cosplay as Hans and Safi. And I was like that because the dude was like a big like biker looking guy, and I was like, that'd
yeah.
be so funny if you went as like Hans and Safi. I would
That's
love that.
fun. Yeah, I like that a lot. Um,
Um.
I made a Mike the Dungeon Master, and I paired him with his what is his friend Dustin.
Oh, okay.
I put those two together, so it's a Bant deck, and it's just golems, and
Is Dustin the one that
it's just,
adds 2 mana for
yeah,
artifacts?
yeah, two colorless for artifacts.
Nice.
So
That sounds awesome.
it's just a bunch of golems, and that's
Oh
it.
yeah. Do you run like the splicers
Yeah.
and then just use Mike to get back splicers and stuff? That's super cool.
Hmm. Yeah,
I
so
like
it's
that.
pretty cool. I mean it's pretty low powered. It's probably, I don't know, 5. But
All I heard was
it's pretty
Golem
cool.
deck and I was
Yeah,
sold.
yeah. I think it's pretty
Splicers are
fun.
some of my favorite creatures ever.
And it's just, I don't know. I had the green splicer as like something Mauler.
It's like 6 and a green.
Yeah, 6 and a green. And
Mm.
I just always had her, and I was like, this is a really cool card, but I can't run her in anything.
Did you have the promo version?
No, just the regular.
Oh, I asked because that's funny because I've had a version of her just sitting in my binder for like 8 years. Like I had the exact same thing where I was like, I want to run her, but I don't know what to put her in.
Uh, can't remember. It's this one,
Mall
Mall
Splicer.
Splicer.
Yep.
So this one,
Yep.
that's pretty awesome.
This is back when I used to play Friday nights a lot.
So this is pretty dope. I also just love the art.
Oh, it's so good. Like your little pets.
Yeah, it's just,
So
yeah, it's
good.
fantastic.
Splicers are awesome. They're such a cool. I wish they would make like a Splicer commander.
Yeah, that'd be super cool.
It's so cool.
So Mike the Dungeon Master, I guess universe is within the
Hmm.
Ulthelm Sigardian Outcast. I
Very
think it's
cool
pretty
art
cool.
too.
Yeah, I liked these. I like that they have in universe
I do too.
names.
That's like it's such a simple thing, but it really does like help me kind of accept these cards more. Like
Oh
knowing
yeah,
that they have an actual magic
yeah.
alternative.
I still don't
Um,
think they've done it for the Walking Dead ones.
they did not. It's like so goofy that Rick is to this day canon, but sure.
Yeah, when they did these ones, and like within a year, they had the secondary copies,
Yep.
which I think is
And
great. But I'm like,
I like the universe beyond like label. I
yeah,
like that it's being like this is outside of Magic's wheelhouse, but it's something we're doing. Like
yeah.
I think that's a nice thing to do as well.
I think,
Um, Othelm is interesting because it's like a repeatable Safi almost.
yeah,
Oh, but you can do it at any time. It doesn't have to be right when that thing dies.
yeah. It just has to be put in the graveyard that turn, so it could be on somebody else's turn.
That's actually kind of cool.
Like you could do it at
So
the end of somebody's turn, and then untap on your turn
yeah.
and go.
So does this is the weirdest question. So if I had Vidalcan Ori out and all my stuff had flash, and I activate my Othelm and choose target creature card in my graveyard that was put there this turn. But I'd have to sack a creature though. I was gonna say, could I activate this flash in a board wipe, and then this activated trigger is still on the stack and would still rip it out after the board wipe happens. But I'd have to sack a creature. There'd have to be another creature already in play that I sack, then
Yeah,
target with this, then flash in a board wipe.
yeah. You'd have to have a lot of pieces, but you
Yeah, a
could
lot
do
of
it.
pieces. Yeah, you could do it, but not worth the pieces.
Yeah,
I think he's actually very strong.
I think it's really strong. I think it's a little bit slow, like as a
Mhm.
commander. I think that's why the Friends Forever thing is great.
Yeah.
Because yeah, with my Golem one, right, I can use Dustin to pay 2 for an artifact, and then if I wanted to, I could sack it to something, and then I just get it right back.
100%. Well, and the Friends Forever thing allows him to get access to blue,
Yeah.
which would give him a ton of untap engines. Like, so that's super
Mhm.
good because then you can just keep multiples of your stuff alive. Especially if you get, is there a black? Isn't there a Grixis one? A
Yeah.
Grixis Friend Forever?
11, I think, was
Oh,
Grixis
you
one.
could go 5 color with this guy in 11.
Yeah, Cecilia, I guess, in universe.
Yeah, you could go 5 color with those two.
Yeah.
And that'd be kind of cool, actually. 5 color, like good stuff reanimator,
Yeah.
almost, or just good stuff like ETB. I guess would be a better way to put it. Because they
Yeah.
just rush stuff into play with ETBs. If they die, get it back with Othelm. Run a bunch of untap engines to keep using him.
Oh yeah.
Hmm, it's kind of interesting.
They're pretty neat.
Um, I'd say Othelm, like on
Authentic.
a recursion scale,
Yeah.
like compared to other recursion cards. He's like a 6.
Yeah. I'd agree with that. I think by himself he's probably a 4.
Yeah.
But since it's got Friends Forever, I think it bumps him up.
Well, and a lot of the like similar cards like have like detriments that aren't actually detriments. Like Safi has to sack herself, but like a lot of the time that'll interact really good with stuff like Sun Titan and Karmic Guide and
Yeah.
stuff like that. You'll be able to daisy chain her. So a lot of the time, actually having to sack it is probably better.
Mm.
So that's probably why this is like a 6 for me.
Yeah. I agree.